ALTTPR ladder. Welcome to an Open Plus invitational race between Relkin and Schulzer. I am doing solo comms today. I'm coy. It says so on the screen. I can't prove it, but it's right there. You can't prove it wrong. Either way. But this is Open Plus, so just a regular old seed, you know, with a few fewer items, but also with pseudo boots. Our runners today are Relkin and Schulzer. They are both 0-1 currently in their group. It's a 4-person round robin group, so they're only going to play 3 games each. So starting 0-1, kind of rough, but neither of them are out of it yet. But losing here is bad news. Going to be very difficult to advance with a loss today from either runner. So almost exactly the tournament life on the line, but there is like one edge case where you can lose and still advance. So this is kind of awkward for me because I don't have audio and I have to do all the calming myself. So chat, I need your help. Say things that I can respond to. Ask questions. Tell me when I make mistakes. Thankfully, the trackers are not controlled by a human being and cannot be done incorrectly. I think they started just a little bit late, so it should be beginning any second now. With whatever delay there is between the real time and restream anyway. So hi chat, how's it going? Oh, there's Humbug. He's in this group too, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's 2 comms in a single day. I had Tracy to back me up earlier though. Now I'm all on my own. And there's no one here beside me. Humbug's sitting pretty in this group at 2-0. So that's like the other side of being 0-2 today, right? Is at 2-0 you're almost definitely getting out, and there's like one edge case where you don't. Yes, best of luck to both of our runners today. Relkin was the #1 overall seed, I think, coming out of the qualifiers. Was undefeated in like 10 Open Plus races. He beat me twice. But that's not really that impressive, I guess. Okay, it's starting. Thank goodness. I was running out of things to talk about. All right, both runners starting with the Sanctuary opener. No love for the uncle today. And Relkin getting a sign kill. Schulzer as well. All right, we already have our first divergence. Relkin gonna come up here and get the lumberjack check, where Schulzer is content with just getting the triple here in Lost Woods. Blue rupees from the triple is not the worst. It's not going to be enough to buy bombs, but it could be a difference maker. Oh, never mind. We found some bombs. We're good. And on the lumberjack today, we have flippers. Oh my gosh. I was doing great being self-condescending. That's a sentence. Flippers on the lumberjack. This is that's a thing. I remember a race. Anytime I say flippers on the lumberjack, I think about this race. It was a hover seed, but the winner of the race did not hover. Some of you may remember. Moon Pearl and Kakariko already. And a hook shot to go with it. Hey, that'll pair hand in hand with our flippers on Lumberjack. Schulzer not getting all the rupees. That's a little surprising that you wouldn't grab those rupees because you don't know what's coming up. Like without those last two pots, he needs 30 rupees instead of just 20 for Bottle Merchant. Yeah, he's not getting any rupees. I guess we're just not doing... we're not going to do Bottle Merchant today. Who needs Bottle Merchant? Well, it looks like there were no rupees here anyway, so it didn't make a difference. Relkin's not going to get enough to do Bottle Merchant either. Yeah, you can super speed off the front of Blind's house. There's a tiny little staircase, but it's enough. Oh, there's 20 rupees. Never mind, Relkin will get to do Bottle Merchant. Yeah, this actually works out perfectly. Schulzer skipped 25 rupees, right? 10 and 50. Yeah, 25 rupees. Oh, Relkin, stop. Stop doing it, Relkin. He was looking for rupees. Digging for resources is usually not a good idea. There you go. There's your 100, Relkin. All right. Well, if something good's on Bottle Merchant, this could be kind of a swingy play. Or it's probably nothing. What do we got? A book. Ooh. That could be good or bad, actually. Yeah, we need more information. Because on one hand, maybe the book leads to Dark World access, and Relkin saves like an entire trip to Kakariko that Schulzer's going to have to do. And on the other hand, Desert might be completely nothing, and Relkin just wastes a lot of time going and checking things that Schulzer never even had access to. We need more information. But for now, Schulzer with a little bit of a lead, getting over here to the dig spot quicker. And it's... oh, a glove. All right, we are one item from our Dark World access. And with that glove, Relkin will get that pretty soon. But with that glove, that'll be clear of Desert being possible unless it is boots locked. While we can dash, we do not have the actual boot. So if there's anything on the torch, we will be unable to get it. But I think getting the glove here, Relkin might just go to Desert right away. I'm sure, even if he doesn't go there, I'm sure he thinks about going there. It's very tempting when you're right here with the glove. All right, well, we're going to keep walking. See if he actually goes to Desert. Nope, just going to get the bombs. Okay. Meanwhile, Schulzer heading over to Dark Cross. And just a piece of heart. Okay. Nothing good in Dark Cross. At least it was an item. Okay, Relkin's not interested in making any big plays just yet. Gonna head over to our other dense overworld checks, heading out to Mini Moldorm Cave. 5 checks, we get a hammer. That is Dark World access. All right, book, not a big deal today. Ooh, a bunch of money too. Schulzer gonna come and murder some animals. Okay. Gonna check the lumberjack. He'll see those flippers. And then probably go up to the old man. But that's right, we do have flippers on the lumberjack. We haven't seen any map checks yet, so we won't know if swamp is a crystal. But if swamp is a crystal, they are hard required. If swamp is not a crystal, we can skip them. Unless there's something in swamp. Yeah, you can't water walk Relkin, I'm sorry. You can't. Relkin, do you not? Oh my god. Relkin! Yeah. Okay, now he knows. we have the pseudo boots. They can dash, but they can't do anything else. All right. I'm just gonna fake flipper regular like. He's only played 15. Yeah. I mean, it's not like he's in the middle of a tournament of this mode or something. This is kind of a weird play, though. I guess he just really wanted a fake flipper. Because you already have Darkwold access. Like, we have places to go. You can even full clear. I mean, you don't really want to, but you could full clear Skullwoods and Thieves Town. 4 Hearts is a little rough for Mopula, but Thieves Town shouldn't be that bad. But to come over here and Orphan Zora seems surprising to me. Even gonna go back and get Hobo. Yeah, this is really surprising. Meanwhile, Schulzer, sequence breaking up the mountain, finds the flute. Gets the flute there in Spectral Rock Cave. Yeah, I don't know why people like to isolate Zora. I don't. Is that just a me thing? No, everybody else doesn't mind doing it all the time. Yeah, Schulzer will be able to buy the book from the bottom merchandise here. And we are activating the flute. I can't hear anything. I'm not even sure whose audio we're on. Am I talking over the flute song? I know you guys like the flute song. I'm sorry, chat. All right, we see Pendant Swamp, Green Pendant Swamp. Pendant at Thieves and Turtle Rock as well. So those flippers on Lumberjack, maybe we don't need them? You know, now that I think about it, I bet that's why he was doing the fake flipper. That's why he wanted to do fake flippers so bad, is because of the flipper's location. Because, like, you know, the idea is like, oh, well, I can do the flipper checks later when it's faster. But in this seed, there's not really going to be a faster time to do it, because to go do the flipper checks logically, you'd have to go get the flippers on Lumberjack. So I think that does make more sense now that I've had time to think about it. And the bow was in the dam. Oh, Relkin getting punished for that skip. Hopefully, he'll make his way to the dam sooner rather than later. The issue here is when you skip the dam early, the hope is that you get to do the dam later while you're opening swamp for the first time. But like I was just saying, the flippers are a long way away from being grabbed now that we know that flippers may not be required. So who knows when he's going to make his way back to the dam for that. Hopefully he just goes to the dam like very soon after he gets that that flute. All right, and there's Darkwold access for Schulzer. So Relkin doing this play up to Catfish here. This is not super common, but it does make a lot of sense with it being Pendant Thieves Town. Because Thieves Town's like the one place you don't mind going to with this equipment set, right? You don't have a lot of hearts, but at least you have a hammer and a sword. Thieves Town seems great, but it's a pendant. What the heck? So coming up and making a play on Catfish, I really like this, especially with pseudo boots. It's not that bad. Still not as good as regular boots, but at least it's fast. Schulzer, meanwhile, getting this Agina's cave check out of the way, but not going into desert. Yeah, now that he has... Yeah, that's very true, Silvergun, JD. Now that we've done Waterfall Fairy and Catfish, there is now 0 good times to do Zora ever. I'm sure it's nothing. And Relkin gonna make the play for Dark Cross as well, but we know this is just a piece of heart. Meanwhile, Schulzer enters the Dark World at Hype Cave, and we'll definitely do Hype Cave, but then we'll get to see where he goes next. Well, I do like the play up to Catfish. I don't think that it's the common play. Like, I would expect most players to do something else. And with the bow in hand, I kind of think Schulzer is going to go to pod here. But I don't know where he's going. What is happening? Oh, okay. That was a very weird path to take, Schulzer. I don't... Sure. maybe somebody else can explain that. Why did he go that direction to get over to Stumpy? That's so weird. Maybe he thought he had the mirror and then realized he didn't, but he doesn't have... I don't know. I can't explain it. All right, but Relkin gonna make his way up to save the old man here. It is not uncommon, though, to save the old man and then immediately be done, so he won't necessarily get the flute on this trip. Taking the path through the rock is faster than doing the upper route. But he went down an extra screen. Wouldn't have been... Like, wouldn't you have stayed one screen higher? Yeah. Okay, that's why I was confused. I don't know. He probably just messed up. Like, he wanted to do something fast, but, you know, made a mistake. It happens to everybody. All right, and here's the play to pod that I was expecting. Just wanted to get those Southern Dark World checks out of the way. Now, pod is a scary dungeon, definitely on this many hearts without the lamp, but the fire rod does make it a lot nicer. Taking bites from the Murderdactyl does not help. We're probably going to see at least one Death Warp in pod, though. Meanwhile, Relkin headed up to check the pedestal. All right. Not crazy. I mean, this will tell us definitively, like if there's something on pedestal, that tells us definitively we need the flippers. And it is a sword. Okay, we still don't know anything. We're probably not going to need the pedestal, but it is possible. I wouldn't write it off entirely, but it's pretty much dead. The only way we could need pedestal is if the sword on ped locked both of the other swords. Which it can only do through the tablets. And it doesn't have to be specifically a sword on both of the tablets. It could be access to one of our crystals on a tablet and then 2 swords in GT. Like that's not crazy, right? You know, like Ether on Ether tablet and then there's just 2 swords in GT. How many times does that happen? But it's pretty much not going to happen, so let's not stress over it for now. Oh yeah, not through Aga. I haven't been counting items. I'm not sure what Relkin's at, but that's 1 at least. It's a less of a stretch. Yeah, it's a bit less. All right, Schulzer making his way through the Palace of Darkness. Relkin headed towards Mothula on 2 hearts. Ooh. And Schulzer gonna yump. There it is. So this yump is specifically to avoid a death orb. But you have to now do this from the back, which is gross. We got a bug net. Relkin unfortunately got bunny beamed. Gonna have to make his way to... Oh my god. He'd really like to save his fire rod shots for the boss. There you go. Nice job using the spike there to kill the... whatever it's called. Gibdo, that's the word. Oh, nice heart drop. Oh, I missed the other item in the dark room. Probably nothing. Chat would yell at me, right? Alright, so it's 8 fire rod shots or 4 hammers to finish this guy off. But he only has to walk into you like twice, and then you die. Doesn't seem fair. Oh my god, this is awful. Oh, nice position for the hammer hit there. Good job. Alright, that one went okay. I'm sure nothing's happening in pod. Okay. Nice job. Relkin takes down Mothula. That was a touch and go fight and gets second item on the boss. Nice bottle. Our first one of the game. I think you can get 2 bottles in this mode. And Schulzer getting rid of all of his hearts before he gets to the boss. Good job. Oh, he's got them all back. We're good. Just eyeing the tracker. I don't see anything important, so it looks like pod has been pretty empty. It's hard to watch both at once when one of them's doing a 4-heart Mothula fight. Thankfully, we have auto trackers today. Groups? This is like stage 2 groups. It's round of 8 instead of round of 16. Oh, yeah, this isn't the main tourney. This is a different tourney. This is the Open Plus Invitational. Like the last season, there was like 100 different Open Plus races on the ladder, and the top 16 performers in those races move on to this tournament, for which has super awesome prizes. I think there's like 5 or 6 prizes or something, and then the overall winner gets to pick which of them they want. There's some really great stuff like the thing that you put in the other thing and then it lets you play rando. That one. It's like $200 if you buy it online. It's awesome. All right, another low percent fight here. Helmasaur. 17 hammer hits, and then there's a few different options on how to take him out in phase 2, but the fastest would be 4 more hammer hits. FX Pack Pro, thank you. That's it. The flash cartridge. All right, using those super speed strats to extend his hammer hitbox when hammering upwards, and that takes out Helmasaur pretty fast. Nice fight there from Schulzer, and gets the boots on Helmasaur King. That would be so much more exciting if this wasn't pseudo boots, though. But now we can definitely full clear desert, which we haven't seen yet. Meanwhile, Relkin, not having found anything in Skull Woods, must feel a little bit pressured to do Thieves Town here, because we're going to the back of Pendant Thieves. I think it was 1 item in the front. Or at least that's what he tracked, was 1 item in the front. All right, let's parlay those boots into progression. Nope, just 10 arrows. All right, we go desert now, right? Where else are you gonna go? Oh, yeah, Eastern. Okay, Eastern first. That's fine. I don't think we've seen Sahasrara either. Zoom zoom. Alright, Thieves down. So far, so little. Looks like we have 2 bottles now. Must have found one in here. Oh, there's the lamp. Sphere 1 lamp. Just go to Eastern, you guys. That's clearly always the play. Immediately go to Eastern every seed. Don't have to do any dark rooms. The bow is in the dam. Relkin did Mini Moldorm Cave first and went over to Ice Rock Cave and then skipped the dam, which made a lot of sense because he also had the book and was probably planning to do dam into desert afterwards. But he found Darkwold access in Mini Moldorm Cave and never looked back. This is probably going to be fine. Like, as soon as you get the flute, you just go do the dam, right? Like, why would you put it off after you have the flute? But we have flippers on the Lumberjack and Pendant Swamp, so the other opportunity you would have to do the dam would be opening Swamp, but that's just straight up not going to happen for a long time. Yeah, finding the book on Bottle Merchant could be blamed for this. That's true. What were you thinking picking up rupees, Relkin? You fool! Did you guys know that blind is a scripted fight? Because Relkin knew. There goes a pendant boss for 50 rupees. Sad day. Although Schulzer's trip through Eastern not faring much better on progression. The lamp is nice and everything, but we already had that fire rod, so not that big a deal. Looks like there is an item on the Armos Knights, though. Just 3 bombs, but that is crystal number 2 for Schulzer. You're falling behind, Relkin. You should probably start going to the places that have progression items. Just saying. It's kind of funny, the locations that have these progression items, because Relkin didn't go up to Spectral Rock Cave, but he saved the old man. And he didn't go to the dam, but he went to Mini Moldorm Cave. It's not working out, you know? It's like the game is conspiring against his route. Single arrow in Sahasrara's hut, but nothing else. Alright, where are we going now, Relkin? Probably go to the dam now, right? Like now you're like, okay, I must have skipped something in the early game. Front of escape. Okay, well, he's going to early game checks, so it's the right line of thinking. Just gonna be a little bit later. And heck, there could be something here too. Although I think finding progression other than the bow is not as good for Relkin. Because the more places he has to go, the less likely he's going to want to run over to the dam or run up to Spectral Rock Cave. Ideally, we find like the mirror, and then with the mirror, he goes up the mountain and gets his flute, and then with the flute, he's like, well, let me check the dam real quick, and then everything kind of works out again. The flute was in Spectacle Rock Cave. Schulzer sequence broke up the mountain before Darkwold access and walked all the way up to Spectacle Rock Cave to get that flute, where Relkin got Darkwold access and then just saved the old man and saved and quit. Or at least I think he saved the old man. He was in that area. I'm not sure if he actually saved the old man. All right, Relkin going through front of escape. Still 2 more checks here. And I believe they're both items. I'm pretty sure we found the map already. And looks like we're out of items in Desert. Or Schulzer just manually marked Lammo off. Wait, did we already fight Lammo? I can't remember. No, we didn't fight Lammo. Yeah. He marked it off. Doesn't the tracker mark Lammo off for you when you kill him? I don't know how auto trackers work. He marked Helm off early too. Well, it's very confusing. What's the point of having an auto tracker if you're just gonna manually track everything? Come on. All right. Well, here's Relkin going up to save, or to get the Spectral Rocket. Yeah. Okay. So he did save the old man because he just saved and quit to here. All right. So we get the flute here. This is really good for Relkin, even if it's a little late. Send a message. So the flute though doesn't do anything for him. Like, it doesn't unlock any new checks, but it does make doing things like going to the dam look a little more time free. Oh, it looks like we're gonna get Spike Cave too. Doing a nifty little bomb jump there to get back. And Schulzer is out of crystals. We can't do any more, so he's gonna have to go somewhere else to find progression. And with that lamp in Eastern, Spike Cave's in Logic. This could be the place. Or it could be Zora as well, which apparently we're not doing today. Okay, it wasn't Spike Cave. Oh, he's not using auto tracking. Oh, okay. I thought that was part of the whole tracking thing. Oh, I see. Okay, I understand how it works now. Dunka is just reading the tracker, whatever it says, and broadcasting it on the stream. Now it makes sense. Schulzer with the actual boots is capable of water walking out of Ice Rod Cave. But nobody wants to do Hobo, of course. Not surprising. With where the flippers are, like, who cares? Doing the waterfall fairy checks, which are also locked behind flippers, is more of a it's on the way kind of thing. Hobo's a bit more out of the way. Sick kid, not the answer. All right, go to the dam. Go to the dam. We're getting magic for something. Okay. What could we need magic for? Maybe just doing something, just getting something. Or it wasn't Zora. No one getting punished for that today. All right, here's the dam. Okay. All right, so Relkin's back on the path. Gonna get the bow, and then he'll get these next three crystals that Schultz already got. But we still don't know where our progression is. Oh, have we not been to East Death Mountain yet? Has no one been to East Death Mountain yet? Like at all? Alright, well, I think I know where the progression's gonna be. Surely we've already been here and I just forgot about it, right? Huh. Because I know we've had the hook shot for a while. That was in the early game. Oh, I think Schulzer picked up that drop too quickly. We're not going to be able to bomb jump. Oh, there's the mitts. And a Master Sword too. So Ped is dead, everybody. Sorry. No pedestal required today. It would have been really funny, but not today. All right, but we have Schulzer with a bit of a lead here. He still has to go to Skullwood, so it's not as big a lead as it looks like. But I'd say he's ahead on a bit of routing efficiency and the back of Thieves if he chooses to skip it. Which now that he has like mitts and other awesome things, probably not going to do back of Thieves. Compass in the basement of Hera and a small key in the map chest. So are we going downstairs or was that an accident? Oh, we're just going downstairs. Okay. Because he's super speeded. Usually super speed if you're gonna Herapot. I like doing Hera basement here because we didn't even get an item on the first floor. So there's 3 checks in the upper floors of Hera, but if you do Herapot, you can only do 2 of them. So unless those 2 both have items, you're leaving something behind. And when you don't have a mirror, you don't really want to leave things behind if you can help it in Hera. Death Warp to get out of here faster. Schulzer Kane for go mode? That sounds right. I forget. Did we see the... We haven't seen the Meyer medallion. Or we haven't seen either medallion yet because we just got myths. Where was Ether that relkin has? Was that in the back of Thieves? Thieves sound big. Ooh, okay, yeah, that could be huge. Because like I was saying, Schulzer has a lot less reason to do back of Thieves now that he has mitts. So even if he ends up going to Village of Outcasts and checking Thieves Town, he may opt to not do the back. Even though I think it was only 1 item in the front. If you have better things to do, Thieves Town is a pretty big corner that you get to skip. We're probably not too far away from finding out if Ether's required, though. Like that's likely the first place he goes after the mountain here. All right, relkin finishes off Eastern, heading into Pod. So kind of nice having done Eastern first because you get the lamp there to make these Pod dark rooms just a bit less intense. Although I think it would have been more common to see him do pod first and hope to find the mirror here and then mirror over to Eastern. But not gonna hurt today because we don't know where the mirror is. It's not in Spiral Cave. Skipping back at these with only one item in the front seems aggressive. It's all relative. Like when Relkin did Thieves Town, skipping it would have been aggressive, I agree. But when Schulzer does Thieves Town, not necessarily so. It depends on what other items he has. What other places he can go. How many more items he's looking for, things like that. It's not a binary question. There's more parts to the puzzle, right? Yeah, I don't know why he death work there. Because he was full hearts when he was walking to the dungeon. Like he was setting up that death warp on the Ropas outside. All right, I missed it twice. Who knows? What was the medallion to open TR? Quake. Okay. All right, so that rules out Turtle Rock then, right? And there's the cane. Potentially go mode for Schulzer. Oh God, what if it's Ether to open Meyer, and then Schulzer finds Quake first? Oh, that's be so terrible. All right, if you're a Schulzer fan, you want to see Bombos or Quake here. And it is Ether! Oh my God! Okay, alright, okay. This puts Relkin in a very powerful position. It's not over for Schulzer, but he now has to make a play to back up Thieves Town very soon. So probably going Ice Palace here. Yeah, okay. So this is out of logic, right? Because we don't have the flippers yet, but we have the access to the flippers with our lamp and master sword. So it would be in logic if we took the time. Don't have to worry about Aga until the mirror shows up. Right, yeah, we can sequence break all flipper checks except for Swamp Palace. So without the mirror, the flippers are just not important at all. But it all comes down to Schulzer's routing here. Like I think currently, like if he does Ice Palettes and it's completely empty, also he just marked off Cold Stare on his tracker. You haven't even opened the first chest. You can't mark off Cold Stare before you open the first chest, Schulzer. Come on. Doesn't seem right. You gotta earn that tracking. So if Schulzer doesn't find anything in Ice Palace, his options are really thin. Right? He has like after this he'll probably go Skullwoods, and then after Skullwoods, which we know has nothing, he's like, okay, well I have like Mirrorless Smiths, Pyramid, Catfish, and Thieves Town. So in that situation, yeah, Thieves Town is like an easy play. One item in the front, absolutely, you just go to the back. But if we find the mirror here, that kind of opens up a whole mess of worms, and going to the back of Thieves isn't as easy of a decision. And God forbid if we find Quake. Like, if we find Quake here, I think he just goes straight to Turtle Rock. At least that's what I would do. I think Turtle, like if I find Quake before I find Ether, holy moly, I'm going straight to Turtle Rock. It's clearly a TR seed. Pinted TR always has the goods. But Relkin still has a lot of catching up to do here. After he finishes Helmasaur, who's about to start fighting, he still has to go to Desert, he still has to do East Death Mountain, he still has to do Hera. But as soon as he does Dark Death Mountain, that's go mode. He's going to get to go mode Ice Palace, at the very least. Relkin trying to set up his super speed. There he goes. So they can get these quick hammer hits in on the boss. There you go. Nicely done. Down goes Helmasaur. Crystal number 3 for Relkin. And take note, he does not mark the boss off until the boss has died. Are you paying attention, Schulzer? Okay, the boss is dead. You can mark it now. Relkin, you can mark off Helmasaur. There it goes. Okay. It took a minute. And sitting on Cold Stare, we just find the map. So there was nothing in Ice Palace. That's actually good for Schulzer. Relkin heading into Desert. We already know this is going to be empty, but still a Crystal, you need that. Quick King's Tomb check for Schulzer. One more opportunity to find Mirror or Quake and lead him down a very ugly path. Oh no, it's the Quake medallion! Oh, what do we do? He doesn't have to do it. He could still go to Thieves Town instead. He could. It's possible. But where's he going? I don't know where he's going. Actually, yeah, I'm very confused as to where he's going. Where are we going? Oh, Pyramid Fairy. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, this is not good. This is very, very bad for Schulzer. Even if he ends up going to Thieves Town first, like even this extra check, this is a significant amount of time, giving Relkin time back. He's catching up. Yeah, that's probably why he was waiting to do Pyramid Fairy. Like why he hasn't done it yet was because was hoping to get the mirror first. Pyramid Fairy. He has nothing and nothing. And looks like we're going to Catfish too. Relkin already did Pyramid Catfish. So this is just even on time. No, they both checked Lumberjack. Relkin did it early, but Schulzer went back and checked it later when he was climbing up the mountain. So I can't say for sure what Schulzer is thinking, but if I'm Schulzer, I am like beelining Turtle Rock. It's the only thing on my mind. I have the one medallion that opens it. I have the cane. I have the fire rod. I even got the lamp that puts it all in logic. And I would be so wrong. Starting at Link's house. Fluting. Where are we going? Oh, Skullwoods, right. Okay, we still have Skullwoods. Yeah, right. Wait, why'd you do Pyramid Fairy then? Why didn't you do Skullwoods first? Schulzer? That's kind of weird, right? Why would you do Pyramid Fairy first? Not a big deal. Didn't want to get dragged into Vu. Yeah, maybe that means he's going to be going to Village of Outcasts after this, rather than up to Turtle Rock. And that's why he put it off. Because he saw that as the inevitable conclusion. Meanwhile, Relkin up to 1, 2, 3, 4 crystals. I think if he goes to Village of Outcasts, he probably full clears Thieves. Because it was 1 item in the front of Thieves. If it was 2 or 3, probably put it off and go to Turtle Rock. But if you're going to Village of Outcasts at all, I think you full clear Thieves here. But he may just go straight to Turtle Rock after Mothula. Yeah, Vu is more items than TR. That is correct, but TR takes more items to do, if that makes sense. So like if you're under the impression that the game is going to give you the items that you need to do the things, having all the items to do Turtle Rock is a very telling thing. Why are you doing Pyramid Fairy instead of going to the mountain, which has like 100,000 checks and a crystal Relkin? Okay. All right. Pyramid Fairy from Relkin. Yeah, I just wanted some mitts before going up there, I guess. Yeah, it'd be super nice to just Harapot up to Moldorm right at the end of the seed. And it's even we know it's even fire locked. So it's really annoying to go there now. I bet Relkin Harapots it though. And there goes Schulzer. Everybody wave to Schulzer. Bye, Schulzer. This is bad news for Schulzer. I like the play. This is exactly what I would do, but it would totally lose me a race. Turtle Rock just looks like the answer, you know? So it's really funny to think about, but this entire seed came down to Schulzer not picking up those 25 rupees in Kakariko. Right, because Schulzer doesn't pick up the rupees, he doesn't get the book, he doesn't put off the dam, and instead goes to the bow dungeons with the bow from the dam. and skips out on Village of Outcasts. So he never felt pressure to even go to Village of Outcasts, much less go to the back of Thieves. And then everything else was just on the way. Where Relkin gets the rupees, gets the book, puts off the dam, and then goes to Village of Outcasts before finding the bow. So yeah, of course you do Thieves with one item in the front. You got nowhere else to go. Never skip Bottle Merchant, you guys. This is clearly why you should never skip Bottle Merchant. I'm kidding, by the way. It's it may those line of decisions did happen to play out like that, but it's not a it's not something you could have ever predicted. It just happened to work out that way. All right, Relkin finds out it is fire locked. Are we Harapotting? Looks like we're Harapotting. And there it goes. Always skip the dam. The butterfly effect. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, Relkin Harapotted, then forgot why he Harapotted. And then gets the bad news that there is an item in the big chest. But we know it's not important. But Relkin might be sweating a little bit. Three spins, gets it done. Down goes Moldorm. Relkin picking up crystal number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no chance he goes back in for that item. Too many checks available. He still could full clear Ice Palace. He has all of Dark Death Mountain to do. He knows he is very likely just one item from go mode. Not gonna commit to something really slow like that. Well, it'd be nice if Schulzer could like find something good in Turtle Rock. Maybe like a sword or silvers, just to make some of the time back. But just 50 rupees. Yeah, Ether is in the Thieves Town big chest. Relkin did Village of Outcast really early when he got to the Dark World because he hadn't found the bow in the dam, and felt pressured enough to go into Pendant Thieves, where Schulzer had done the dam, so he had like crystal after crystal after crystal, and then just found the myths and had no reason to go Village of Outcast. And of course, the silvers are there, right? I forgot about that. He does already have the silvers. TR is slow. Yes, you are correct that it was a denser play to go to Thieves Town and Village of Outcasts. But there's more to routing decisions than just going to where the density is, right? Like, from Schulzer's point of view, maybe he feels like, well, if Ether's in Village of Outcasts, I probably lost already. So he goes somewhere else. And and his plays led him to finding that Quake fairly quickly, so wanting to turn that into progression makes a lot of sense. Meanwhile, Relkin gets the Cane of Samaria, and he doesn't know it yet, but that is go mode for Relkin. The ice rod's on Laser Bridge. Of course it is. That must have been all the items, though, because he's leaving. And Schulzer, with not many options left, head into Village of Outcasts now. Oh, gonna go check out Bumper Cave. Haven't seen that yet. Trying to follow that cape we got. And hey, look at that. It is Godmire when we're actually in go mode. That's a rare occurrence. Oh. Yeah, Schulzer must feel really behind. Yeah. He's opting to do mirrorless Smiths before going into Thieves Town. He said Thieves Town can't be the play. If it's Thieves Town, I already lost. Let me do all the other things first. Unfortunately, he's right. That if it were Thieves Town, he's already lost. So like this play is actually his best chance of winning from his point of view. It's just not going to work out. This is kind of a surprising play in a 1v1 though, I think. I think in 1v1 you have just as good a chance that your opponent did the exact same thing you did, right? Like I'm sure if Relkin had checked the dam, like he would have done exactly what Schulzer did. Ether is in the Thieves Town big chest. Remember those flippers on Lumberjack? Yeah, we don't need those. Schulzer just trying to do everything he can other than doing those quick checks in Thieves Town. Yeah, here's Front of Escape too. We haven't seen that yet from him. It's a little surprising we haven't found the mirror at all. I guess it's just going to be in GT or something. Relkin's still opening chests on the way, hoping to find that tempered sword. Although since we know one of our swords is on the pedestal, our chances of finding a sword are pretty diminished. Got no time for the freezors. Let's go Cold Stare. Quick, hurry, fast. Bombo's making this a bit easier. Going to be able to break the ice and still have 6 fire rod shots left for taking out the pink puffs. And get your numbers ready, because it's about to happen. And with Cold Stare's demise, that puts Relkin up to 7 crystals. With 7 crystals, Relkin can get into Ganon's Tower, where there are 22 item locations, one of which will contain the big key that he needs to finish this seed. If you'd like to guess in which number location the big key resides, get your guesses in chat now. 1 through 22. It's always 17. Only when I'm routing. Everyone else, it's usually like under 10. All right, Schulzer back into Village of Outcasts. Has he done the brewery? I know he did a C-shaped house and he just did chess game. I'm not sure he's done the brewery. It's kind of an odd order he's doing all these checks. It ends up not mattering because the Turtle Rock was enough to put him too far behind. But it is weird. Like he did Mirrorless Smiths, and then he did Spy Cave, and then Front of Escape, and then back to Village of Outcasts for the rest of it. Like, I kind of thought he would do Purple Chest and, like, double down on the not Thieves Town play. Well, like, triple down, really. Welcome going to the right side first. And there's the big key in check number 2. 2 was the correct answer. No one guessed 2. So you're all wrong. Sorry, chat. I guess Gore Hug, you're the closest with 1 without going over, which is Price of Right rules, which is the only reasonable way to ever play this game. You guessed 2 silently. Oh, I didn't hear that. I wasn't listening hard enough. Down goes the Mimics, and Relkin begins the climb. And poor Schulzer finally makes his way to the Thieves Town Big Chest and gets Go Mode Ether at 106. You can see Relkin there bonking on the ceiling. This sets up the lineup for that very fast Silver's 1 cycle on lane mode 2. Concede mode? I don't understand. Lighten those torches. And Relkin with exactly 4 fire rod shots left. Doesn't even need the magic free fill. Are we going to get a fake powder? I hope he fake powders. Or fake powders, anyway. Either way. He switched to powder. Yeah, here it is. Fake powder. Nice. I love that it works out perfectly to do that. That's why when I play NMG, I always grab the mushroom instead of the powder, because you get that super free fake powder right there, and then another one in Mire. Moldorb. What are you doing, Moldorb? Okay, what even is this? I don't even know you, man. That'll do it for Moldorm 2. Relkin heading on to Agatu. A lot of 2s in this dungeon. Two hits on the first cycle, not bad. Just barely missed the triple, got 2 hits though, still good. And the blue ball from Aga cementing the 4 cycles. So rude. Meanwhile, Schulzer cleaning up Vitreous with silver arrows. And that is his 7th crystal, and we'll be heading into Gain and Sour next. Oh, it looks like we're going to get the Samaria strats here from Relkin. I believe he does have magic refills, but he doesn't really need them because he has silvers. So this is this strat is actually really kind of awkward to use. The inputs to make this work are I would say they're counterintuitive, because you have to like hold towards the block while you're spinning. But if you do it properly and you set the block in the right spot, you can get these really sick double spins with the Master Sword, which can save multiple cycles in phase 1 and 2. I forget what the optimal number of cycles was with this strat. I want to say Kern got it down to like 2 and 1 or 1 and 2 with the right pattern. So it can be very, very fast. Nice double at the top for the win. Relkin takes out Ganon. Da 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 da. And upon crossing the bridge, relkin goes up to 1-1 in the group with a time of 1:12:08. Man, that's kind of a huge disparity on his timer. Like, did it take him 9 seconds to reach over to race time and hit dot? But GG all the same though. Meanwhile, Schulzer going through this dungeon. What's it called? Ganon's Tower, that's the one. Oh, nice. He had all the keys on the left side, so we could just open the middle door. Save a transition. There it is. The big key. Yeah, he must have started his timer late or something. And I believe we will get an interview from relkin. He just needed some time. And kind of a silly seed in the end, right? With the flippers on lumberjack bait, the ped on the ped sword bait. It turns out everything was just on the way except for this one medallion. And we're joined in the booth by relkin. GG, relkin.
Hey there, GG's. Thank you.
So this seed was I feel it all came down to one simple decision, and throughout the entire seed, you picked up all the rupees in Blind's Hideout and Kakariko Well. That was it. Now I know that sounds weird, right? Like, what are you talking about, Corey? That doesn't make any sense. I'll tell you why. Because you had exactly 100 rupees after picking up all the rupees in those spots, right? And that enabled you to get the bottle merchant, which had the book, which led to you skipping the dam, which led to you not getting the bow, which led you to going to Village of Outcasts, was led to you going to Back of Thieves for Ether.
Oh, okay. I see where you're getting at now.
Schulzer did not pick up the rupees and skip Bottle Merchant. So he didn't have the book. So he went to the dam because he wasn't worried about trying to route in desert at all. Got the bow, didn't go to Village of Outcasts, and ended up finding the mitts and then Quake before going to Thieves Town.
Oh, wow. Where was Quake?
King's Tomb.
Oh, okay. Was that TR medallion or something?
Yeah, that opened TR. So that was the big thing, is that
wow.
He went to TR before going to Thieves Town, which, you know, of course you're going to go to TR instead of Thieves Town when you got Quake. You have all the things for it.
Right. That makes sense.
But I feel like that was all it came down to. You skipping the dam early. And, you know, at the time seemed like a really bad thing. Like, oh my god, relkin skipped the bow.
Yeah, that was actually all I chalked it down to, was just the dam skip, and I didn't think about the fact that I got book off Bottle Vendor playing a part. But yeah, you make a good point.
It might not have played a part. I mean, like, I've been known to skip the dam, even if I am not worried about desert. But it seemed like that might have been what you were thinking. Like, that's why you skipped the dam, was because you were planning to pair it with desert later.
Right. I skipped it because I had the book and I didn't have boots for desert, which they were, and it did end up being required for desert. So I'm glad I didn't go over there without them.
I really thought you were gonna go to desert after the dig spot.
Yeah, I definitely did think about going to lift the rock and then just going to the dam, but I hadn't checked Link's house yet, so I wanted to save and quit there. And so I thought, you know what? Since I don't have boots for desert, I'm just gonna go to Mini Moldorm and Knife Shot Cave, and that's just how it played out.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no risk to go any Mini Moldorm, and there was big risk to go into desert, so that makes a lot of sense.
Right.
I don't know, it's just so amusing the way it played out with the bow.
Yep. I definitely went independent these just because, you know, I didn't have a lot of great options left after it, so you may as well do it while I was there. So that was kind of a no-brainer for me, I feel like.
So if I'm not wrong, you got the hook shot was really early, right?
Yeah, hookshot was in CAC.
Yeah, why didn't you go to the mountain before Village of Outcasts? Just didn't want to do the sequence break? Because you
Yeah,
had saved the old man. Like, you already had the
Right.
save and quit up there.
Right. Once it was sequence broken, I just kind of wanted the save and quit point there because I can get the free item off Old Man by getting that save and quit point. And then I didn't have mirror, and plus Mountain was still sequence broken at the time, so I just held off. Of course, I could have gotten that early flute, but I wanted to pair those checks with Spike Cave, and thankfully I was able to. But it got me a later flute than I could have had.
Yeah, like if you had gone to the mountain earlier, you would have gotten the flute and the mitts a lot earlier, and probably you'd pick up the bow right away as soon as you got the flute, just like you did. But if you had done that before Thieves Town, then you'd be in the same boat that Schulzer's in now. So
Yeah,
like
exactly.
like there's no way to predict that's what would have happened, but that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm definitely very thankful for that ether being where it was, and I was like, because I was thinking to myself, Meyer, please be ether, and it was, and that was just like, okay, I think I'm in good shape.
If it had been Bombos or Quake, though, I think Schulzer takes this hit. The Thieves Town dip cost a lot of time if it hadn't been required.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm dead in the water if it's not ether, I think.
It's so funny in the early game, like Schulzer looks so far ahead because he got the bow and he got the boots and he got the flute. And you're over here doing pendant thieves and all you got was a medallion. Sucks.
Yeah, I definitely was starting to feel a little behind considering I didn't get hardly anything from my first Dark World dip, so I definitely didn't have a great feeling in my stomach, but once I saw that ether for Meyer, I was like, oh man, I think I'm back in this. I might have this.
Any consideration for Hera Basement before
Nope.
or after finding out?
I had
that
just
it's
gotten
bad?
mitts, so I was not planning on doing it.
What was the other thing I want to add? Oh yeah, the flipper checks. You get Dark World access in the early game, and you immediately flipper check. Is that just because of where the flippers were?
Yep, exactly. That's exactly why.
Because it seemed like such a weird play. Because like normally you do that if you're trying to like skip ahead to your Dark World access, but you had just gotten it, and then you didn't have rupees for Zora either.
Right. I just wanted to get since I just knew where flippers were, I wanted to get the early possible info about what is locked by those flippers, and just so I can, get around those flippers.
And we welcome Schulzer, GG.
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 Yeah, I had no shot winning this game after 20 minutes or after 25 minutes, so yeah.
Yeah, that ether was rough. I totally like any like I don't know, any normal route, I feel like would have also last located that ether or close to last located, but that just me missing that bow for a bit just really pushed me to do thieves early.
I don't think your
At
route
that
was
point,
abnormal.
it was already over. I watched the stream back and was like, wait, doesn't this bow? That's the fights in Thieves Town. I guess I missed one. Yeah, it really felt bad because yeah, it was basically one item from Go mode from the God Lord. I delayed the mountain quite a bit, but not that much after getting flute, and then you get all the stuff, and then it could be bombers, and then it's not bombers, and then you're sad, and then it's ether. You know, Quake is on TR. You get Quake from the King's Tomb. You go to TR, don't find anything. You think, yeah, you maybe still in this because why would you go pen and season in this seed ever? Because Why would you go there
Just
ever?
just don't find any of the progression items, and suddenly Thieves Town looks
Yeah.
really good.
I mean, I felt good over the seed, but there was no shot I'm winning this. This was basically mid-score mode, and you never beat mid-score mode from relkin.
So the reasoning for Relkin skipping the bow, it all came down to the book on Bottle Merchant. Like that was the main thing,
I
right?
didn't had that.
Yeah, you could have had that. You chose not to pick up all the rupees and the pots in Blind Hideout and Kekriko Well. If you had done that, you
Yeah,
would have had 80 and then 20 in the
Chicken Hut.
chicken house. Yeah. Would have gotten you exactly
not that it
100.
would have changed anything in my route. Even if I get that one early, I probably still rush the mountain because mountain has items, and I
Yeah.
wanted to get something out of logic there, maybe mids or something, and then you get flute, and they're like, okay, I can go to the main world again and find something there. Mountain,
Yeah, I think
I
that's
can put
I
other.
probably would have done something similar to that, like skip the dam early, but then go to the mountain before going to Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, it basically came down to see like skipping damn early for the bow, otherwise you never dive into the stone early, I think.
For sure. It
I mean,
was
this
only
argument
one item in
going
the
back,
front.
but nah.
Like as soon as you find Quake, it's all over. Like how do you not go to Turtle Rock?
But yeah, this basically pushes me out for any chance of week 3, I think. I have to win my next one by at least 1.5 minutes, and I need like to lose against Humbug with like 8 minutes or something. Otherwise, I'm out. So yeah, it was a nice tournament. I top once in week 3, top once in week 1, I top once in week 2 this time, so ready for the next invitation for me.
Brutal game, brutal mode, brutal tournament.
Yeah, this seed was not skill dependent, it was more luck than anything in the end.
I mean, I didn't have. I had to deal with Master Sword, almost no safeties. I mean, I did have the blue goo, but I did burn it during Guinness. So I was a little worried about surviving without the cape, and I had
My
Master Sword.
equipment was even worse than yours because I didn't found a bottle until I don't even
Blackula.
know where I found it. Yeah, Motsuna, and I did that one super late.
Oh, I killed him like that was my first crystal, and I barely survived the fight, and that was my first bottle.
Yeah, and the Village of Ox area just wasn't appealing to me at all after doing Port Eastern, going up to the mountain, and almost being in go mode right there. There was no reason to rush Skywoods for anything.
Yeah, it's pendant. Yeah, I get it. Pendant thieves, and yeah, just crystal skull for 2 items. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think even if I don't go TR for Quake, it's not 8 minutes, so yeah, sucks a little bit.
It would
Feels
have been
like
it would have been really close, I think. Like if you hadn't found any progression and just went to Village of Outcasts.
I said you get even the ice sword on laser, but with no item on the boss. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
no, no, Seed, I don't want to kill Zydex. There's no item there.
It's like
Please.
if you hadn't found Quake, it's not just Turtle Rock. Like you probably also wouldn't done like the mirrorless smiths. You probably wouldn't have done front of escape stuff like that
Yeah.
because it was one item in the first 4 of thieves, right? So like at that point in the game, you would have just gone straight to the back.
Probably.
It definitely would have been close. But yeah, that was a seed for sure. Thanks guys so much for the race. That was awesome to watch. You guys are super good. I wonder if I could learn to play like that. I guess I'll just have to watch your streams. You too can watch their streams. Everybody in chat, make sure to follow our runners Relkin and Schulzer, as well as ALTTPR ladder for more of this tournament. We're not getting all the restreams, but Duncan's been doing at least 1 or 2 a day.
Yeah, thanks once again, Koi, for commentary, and Dunga for organizing this thing and restreaming it. So yeah, So last 2 matches are tomorrow, and yeah, so look forward to those.
Cannot wait. All right, Chad. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you. We'll see you next time. Have a happy rando day. Bye, everybody.